Reach for the sky, boy.
Conductor, we have a problem.
Wendi Richter was the champion, and everything was fine for a while. But Wendi had become a problem, as I recall.
Every woman in professional wrestling wants my belt, but I want it too, and I had.
Oh, I remember she didn't want to. Yeah, she didn't want to drop her title either.
To someone else. She resisted.
Yeah, like,
and it's like, this is show business. You know, I'm writing a script. You're holding my championship. It's mine. It's not yours. I'm not going to give it up. Well, all right. I'm going to make you give it up then.
Why didn't you say that to Bret? Hold on, man. Listen, because I saw Wrestling with Shadows when he agreed to doing the thing that he agreed to Bret to the ending of the match. Why didn't he just say that to Bret? This is when it was the Fabulous Moolah. I remember this. But I didn't know it was because she refused the belt. I didn't know that till
somewhere in this match,
a couple years ago.
When he's gonna get rolled up.
I knew she didn't want to give up her title, but I thought he convinced her.
Executed.
I didn't know it happened this way.
Oh, was that close? What was that?
The referee counted 1.
Oh, that was a shit
I
way to do
lifted
that.
my shoulder up, and he counted 2, 3, even with my shoulders off the mat. But my dreams were completely shattered.
Well, you should have did the honors.
I didn't care. It was like, with the public.
You know what? I'm not even mad at him for doing that because at least he told her what was gonna happen. What was gonna happen. I'm not mad.
Just business. And I think that's what Vince McMahon is. He's a businessman.
There was nothing personal about that. You said no and you shouldn't have. Like, who the hell are you?
She looked at me, bowed her head, and walked out. That was the last I ever saw Wendi.
Wait, you didn't see it when she came back and did that anniversary show with Cyndi Lauper?
And there's nothing I wouldn't do for our business.
Yeah, our business, as in the WWE. You don't give a damn about wrestling, so let's stop it. Screw job.
Mr. McMahon never ordered or directed you to take steroids. Never. It was your personal choice.
And
definitely.
I don't believe that Vince
Did he
McMahon
imply that
in
wrestlers
any way,
should
shape,
use
or form,
steroids? Never, Hogan answered.
Had anything to do with any of that. Because let's be real about it. Why would you do that? You know, and Vince is kind of like on that Godfather shit. He may do a lot of crazy shit, but when it comes to drugs, he's like, nope. We ain't doing that.
He didn't sell steroids. He didn't tell people to take them. All the stuff they said about him was.
If anything, he probably just was like, "Oh, you need to work out or whatever," and people were just like, "All right, let me just do this."
They wanted me to testify against Vince. They asked me, did Vince encourage you to do steroids? I said, no, I was using steroids before I met Vince.
And that was obvious.
He let us do it. Let's put it that way. But
exactly. He knew it was happening, but he didn't encourage it.
Vince telling me or any other wrestler to take steroids, I never saw it.
Vince isn't going to someone and go, hey, you go on steroids. But would he say, hey, you need to work out harder, thinking they'll go on steroids? Who knows?
I believe he probably said that and people took it upon themselves to take steroids, yes.
And when you're about to hear the verdict, it's like, holy shit.
This nigga's lips are so purple, like he been smoking mad blunts.
That case never should have gone to trial because they did not have the evidence to convict him.
I know Diddy sitting back thinking, I hope this is like my trial. And he ain't watching this right now.
I remember Linda going like, the case proved we didn't have a steroid problem. And it's like, no,
you had a steroid problem.
By all testimony that most of your guys were on steroids.
Exactly.
And your biggest stars were on steroids.
Just that he didn't do it.
That's what the case proved. But he wasn't the good guy.
Definitely not.
They had to replace Hulk Hogan, and the guy that pulled the sword out of the stone was Bret Hart.
Nigga, you wasn't drawing no money either. Let's be real. But for the hardcore fans, they dug him. We dug him.
And we have Razor Ramon.
There's only one man who is oozing machismo.
Chico.
We had Kevin Nash.
He didn't draw either.
I was the safest guy.
He was also an asshole too. He would like this dude. He was an impossible guy to work with too. He wouldn't do the job to anybody.
At one point, I had a meeting with Ted Turner, and he said, Eric, what's it going to take to be competitive with WWE? I said, well, Ted, Monday Night Raw, you know that's on Monday night on USA in prime time, right? We're on Saturday night at 6:05 Eastern, 3:05 Pacific. We can't compete. And without missing a beat, Ted looked over to the head of TNT and said, give Eric 2 hours every Monday night on TNT. And I was like, whoa, what?
It looked like that was the cool place to go, that people are leaving WWE to go to WCW.
That's what Tony Khan was hoping for. He was hoping that he was going to be the new WCW when he came around, and he was almost close until he saw CM Punk.
I started making a list of every way that I could be different than the WWE. Top of the list, their tape. Okay, I'm live.
We live, yeah, I know this story. We all saw it in the Monday Night Raws. We all know this story.
We are live. We are not like the World Winding Federation, which is a tape.
Oh no, they're throwing so many shots at the WWE. What are they doing?
Do things that my competition
yes,
couldn't do.
They used to poke fun at the WWF, okay? So when you see AEW doing, it's nothing new. Niggas be acting like bitches.
In case you're tempted to grab the remote control, check out the competition. Don't bother. Shawn Michaels beat the big guy with a super kick. Stay right here.
He beat the big guy with the super kick. That is great.
Eric would bring out our former women's champion with our championship belt, and live on their show, throws it in the trash.
That shit in the garbage.
That was upsetting. It was like, oh my God. What else are going to do to us?
Billionaire Ted, first of all.
They started doing the Billionaire Ted.
Well, why can't I buy
WCW where the big boys play?
First saw him.
That's supposed to be the humpster.
See, Tony Khan wouldn't laugh. Tony Khan would start crying and tearing shit up like, oh, what am I going to say? Blah, blah, blah.
So you flash forward to the
Curtain
final
call.
night of Diesel and Razor Ramon.
This is the one where they got in trouble.
We all end up in the cage together. There's this big embrace moment.
They got in the shit for that one.
To have rivals do that and to just let every...
You're exposing the business! Jim Cornette is not in this?
I wasn't there that night, but I was with the company, and I got thoughts on that. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I didn't like it.
Yeah, he didn't like it either.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe is a carnival term initially. Kayfabe is the fiction that is being produced by a con artist, where everybody who's involved in the con agrees to maintain this reality.
Good guys stayed with good guys, and bad guys stayed with bad guys, and never should the two intermingle.
Until Jim Duggan and the Sheiky baby got caught.
The way I came up and the time period that I came up, I lived that, and I believed in that mindset. Even though I knew, like, they know that I'm a real person, I always wanted to cast that doubt, like, that dude is legit not right.
He always, Taker was always in character. He definitely did. You never really see him do what other guys did. I tried to explain that shit to somebody else before.
So at that point in time, I was supposed to win King of the Ring, and that's all going to go away.
And he didn't. Yeah, exactly. We all know this story too.
WCW Monday Nitro on TNT.
I've been thinking about this storyline.
Okay, we know the NWO story too. I cannot sit through this. I know I've seen this a million times.
The sign that said Vince is not going to be good. It's the wrong thing, ego-wise. It was a bad move, bad business move to try and keep Brett. How did they keep Brett? No dumbass Vince. You didn't have to. Just create new stars, Vince. So in any event.
Why you couldn't say that to yourself all those other years?
My dad took Brett's contract and showed Brett where the loopholes were and said, look, you can use this as leverage to help negotiate yourself a much better deal with WCW.
So Brett went for the other guys and was paid a lot of money.
Bret Hart happened to be the WWF champion at the time. All of my dad expected back was for Brett to do the right thing business-wise since he was leaving.
Yo, Okay, pause. Now that I didn't know. He actually helped this nigga get a better deal with WCW, and he still refused to lose to Shawn Michaels because he ain't like that nigga or whatever his ego was about Canada. Nah, nigga. All right, here we go.
I came close to punching Shawn out quite a few times.
Even though lately you've had some sunny days, my friend.
Telling on national TV that I'm banging Sonny when I'm a married man. You're crossing a line where you're messing with my family.
No, that was your. No, you shouldn't have been banging Sonny, nigga. That was on you. Get the hell out of here.
But the WWE have been screwing wrestlers in different ways for a long time. I knew about Wendi Richter, so I didn't trust anything. Never took my eyes off Shawn. If he wants to make this a real fight, we can make it a real fight anytime he wants to. I will.
Oh, he would have beat Shawn's ass. No doubt about that.
Eventually, Shawn puts me in the sharpshooter, which is my finishing move. And in fact, puts it on wrong. If you see it, I correct Shawn while he's doing it. And he switches it and puts it on right. And then turns me over. And I can see the timekeeper. And I see Vince yell at him.
I'm yelling at the timekeeper, ring the bell, ring the bell. Even though Brett never tapped out.
I still say this is a work. I don't care. This is a work.
It's hard for people to imagine how mad you can get when you get betrayed like that on national television, and in a lot of ways kind of made a fool.
This was a work. I don't care, bro. This was a work. I don't give a shit what no one says.
He was like, I don't care who asks you. You bold-faced lie right to them and say, I knew nothing about this. This was a Vince McMahon call.
I swear to God, I knew nothing.
Yeah, well, swear to God all you want, but someday God is going to strike you down.
There was chaos in the back. And
he is. You gonna get back. God gonna get you for that, Hunter. And not for nothing. I remember seeing that and being upset at the fact that his wife was even involving herself in that. I was like, where's New Jack when you need him? Because if New Jack was out there, New Jack would have been like, get this bitch out my damn face. What you doing out here? You ain't got nothing to do with it.
And we actually tied up like a wrestling match. Everybody's ready to pounce on me as soon as we grab each other. And I remember going, the only way I can get a shot in, one shot maybe, is an uppercut. And I came right up between Vince's arms. And it was
I still say it's a work.
When they hit the bell and the thing goes up.
To this day, I have no idea how the punch got through.
He was out cold like a starfish.
But he had to do what's best for business, and that's what he's always going to do.
See, he should have never agreed to that, because you see, if you watch Wrestling with Shadows, Vince agreed to do that, as to do what Brett said.
It gave me a whole different perspective for the business.
I would have said to Brett, I'm like, no, you're dropping the title, bro. If you don't drop the title, I'm going to screw you over, period. And if you come at me, I will freaking shoot you. Like, straight up.
The real life event that happened, the dispute with Brett and the controversy afterwards, led to the birth of a Mr. McMahon character that became one of the most hated characters and most beloved characters.
That's what happened. Brett hit that nigga so hard he lost his fucking mind. Y'all want to blame all this shit? Blame it on Brett. Brett was the one who did it. He hit him, and this shit didn't knock the screw loose.
We're just getting started.
Oh, okay. All right. That was Screwjob. Again, a bunch of stuff that I already knew. This reaction is not turning out the way I wanted it to, because I'm looking at I feel like I'm watching a rerun of stuff. But you guys, it is what it is. I'm a schmaz a lot of this stuff together. All right. The bottom line is this: Vince is a rapist. He raped that chick. Plain and simple. No one says that. No one says if I did rape her, the statute of limitations was up. Unfucking believable. But let's go on to part 4. Let's see what part 4 is about, all right? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Follow me on Twitter at @TRAC_Brown, the number 8, TRAC Brown. Do not forget the PWHustle is on TikTok at PWHustle, okay? Donate to the channel, donate to the Cash App. If you're on TikTok, follow the PWHustle on TikTok. If you are on the Hustle, if you are on Facebook, join the Hustle fandom group, okay? I will see you guys for part 4, part 5, and part 6. Maybe I'll put all of that together because this is just a bunch of stuff that I already knew. I'm only just reacting to it for the sake that I might see a nugget of information that I didn't know. So far, we are seeing a few nuggets, but not too much. All right, so see you guys for the next episodes.